What's up? We are back for another video after a long time, and for today we're going to be checking out the Ooopus X OP22. So I believe they have the OP24 before, and that this is the updated version. So they got some feedback from their previous. I haven't checked out any Ooopus before, and I actually haven't checked out a new IEM in a long time. So this will be very, very interesting. But from what I know and from the market materials, they said that this is gonna be a tunable type of IEM. So I don't even have my knife anymore here. So I'm gonna fix that up so I can review more stuff. But I have heard of many movement actually in the IEM world, so I'm very excited to check that out in the future. And yeah, I just didn't have that much time to handle the channel. So for those who's viewing after a long time, so yeah, it's just more of time. But I would like to check out more stuff in the future. So of course, a big thanks to Shenzhen Audio for sending this over. Links down below for their shop. Tunable acoustics, and opening it up. So you're gonna get this Ooopus X. And yeah, I don't have the second camera yet. I'm gonna set that up in the future. But this is it. It's orange in color. I think that's pretty cool. I haven't seen something like this before. It's quite in the dark with some orange pop, maybe some gunmetal vibes here, futuristic vibes. So it says OP22 also, and it's a 2BA 2DD configuration. So you have the BA configuration here. So 4 drivers and 2DD at the bottom. So yeah, before 1 year ago, there's not much of that configuration, especially the 2 BA, the 2DD at the bottom. So now it's very interesting to check this out. So it's quite small, metal inbuilt quality also, from what I am feeling so far. But the shape is your typical maybe moondrop type of shape. So it's quite light also. So definitely I cannot confirm if it's metal or plastic, but it is quite light here. I think it's metal, so I'm gonna check that out more. But it seems that the one thing that I noticed here is they have like a notch here, the circle thing. Maybe it's movable. It is movable. So first time that I saw something like this. So yeah, I didn't research on them that much, but this is very interesting. So compared to your changing some filters or maybe the some buttons at the side, this might be easier to do on the fly adjustment. So it might be the fastest on the fly adjustment that I have seen so far. And in the box comes with maybe your usual cables. $39 here, so pretty good price, I'd say, especially for a tunable type of situation. And it's easy to tune also, so that's pretty cool. And you have 2 sets of tips available also. So I'm gonna go with medium tips. I usually go with that. So actually very soft tips here that's included in the kit. So I also like how the black color, it's very understated. So from the design language of Ooopus, I think they do have their own thing. Especially you have the X at the side. Maybe reminds me of a nothing phone design. So you have that maybe futuristic look. Actually, if this is maybe see-through, might be cooler also. Maybe you can consider that for Ooopus. So I'm assuming that the tuning here will be like more bassy and more balanced. It's usually what I am seeing with these types of tuning IEMs. So actually for this video, it's gonna be more of a conversational video. So yeah, since it's my first time coming back after a long time, so I might not do as much editing here. So, and maybe in the future, this is the types of videos that I can do now, because yes, I don't have as much time compared to before. So that's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to do as much content. So I'm gonna have some conversation with you guys. That's gonna be the style of content that I'm gonna do from now on. So yeah, I hope that is still enjoyable for everybody. So I'm gonna check so we're gonna checking the cables now. So you're getting that of course EARPHONE design, and no braided cables here. So that's actually there is braided cable. So you have that mix of braid, and you have that mix of maybe straight non-braided cable. So first time that I've seen that as well. So maybe that's a new thing in 2026 that manufacturers are doing, kind of a mix of braided and then straight cable. Maybe the advantage of that is sometimes braided cables, when you fold it, when you turn it around, sometimes gets tangled. So maybe this type of situation will make it less tangled. If you're gonna wear it with a shirt or something, the top part of the IEM will be more straight, so it's a more minimalist type of look compared to having all braids. But definitely this is in the thinner side, I'd say, of braided cable that I've seen. But it's quite okay quality, so not bad. And the L plug as well. So I'm gonna plug it in my Cavalli Tube Hybrid with a Grace S DAC. So I haven't fixed my Yugo yet, so it's still under repair. So that will come soon. Okay, so we're gonna have our first listen for today, and I'm gonna check of course the tuning here, so because it might be different. So we need to find the match of the tuning. So I'm gonna do the side tuning for now. So it's in the dotted circle now. So let's see how this fares. But I'm assuming actually that maybe the tuning between the configuration is not that far off, right? So finding my Grace S DAC, and I'm gonna listen to some I Shot the Sheriff by Eric Clapton. First impressions, balanced V. Of course, you're getting that usual BA top end, lots of air moving on top, some micro detail, and the bass has a dynamic driver, obviously, but it's quite tight, I'd say, for dynamic driver. So this is not your blonde type of bass. But from the get-go, what impressed me is the soundstage. So it has quite a big soundstage. So it has enough clarity on top and enough bass also at the bottom. So pretty balanced in approach here for me. Cymbals are pretty good, not your teeny cymbals. Has some micro detail, but maybe not the most detailed pair that I've seen. Let's try some Let's Groove by Earth, Wind & Fire. Yeah, in terms of again, stage, pretty good. Slight shout for me in the vocal, but lots of clarity on top and enough bass at the bottom. I would say pretty maybe controlled bass overall, but the top end definitely has that bite. I would say though, this is in the slightly more fun side of sound. So this is not your very cold, maybe mixing, mastering type of pair. This is more in the fun side, and definitely a little bit more in the aggressive side of presentation. Has some fun. A very live monitor type of sound. Maybe it reminds me of a TFZ, maybe even some KZ type of vibe here. CCA type of vibe because of that hybrid configuration. But I would say compared to the KZs and compared to the CCAs, this is a bit more toned down. Definitely more toned down top end. Let's try some bassy track. Maybe some That's What I Like by Bruno Mars. Even for here, the bass definitely is enough, but it's not overpowering. But I'm encountering a bit of mid-bass bleed for me. So again, maybe a TFZ type of vibe. Maybe the Live 3, something to this effect. So maybe this will be your more detailed and a little bit more aggressive top end Live 3. Very fun to listen to. But if not, maybe one downside is the vocal for me is not that luscious. So the bass and the treble is definitely a bit more in front of the mix. But let's try the other tuning. So this is already in the non-dotted circle tuning. Let's see how this fares. So this is not the non-dotted tuning. This might be a bit more, has more punch, has more bass also. It's a bit more aggressiveness. I would say personally, I might prefer this tuning over the other one. This is a little bit more bassy, a little bit more fun. If the previous one is maybe the TFZ Live 3, this is nearing maybe the TFZ T2 type of vibe, a bit more bassy. It's more fun. And the vocal as well, maybe a bit more forward in the mix for me. Let us try some Hard Times by Paramore. But maybe the separation is less for me here. It's a bit more warm in the tonality. Previous one is maybe colder, a bit more clinical. This is more fun. This is more smooth, but definitely less separation, more smooth. On my daily listening, this will be the more fun one. If I'm gonna listen to some hip hop tracks, some pop tracks, this will be the configuration that I'm gonna go for. Let's go back actually to Let's Groove by Earth, Wind & Fire to check the difference. But what's good here is I would say like this has that maybe TFCT2 vibe, maybe even some blonde type of vibe, bit more elevated bass, bit morbid bass, bit more fun. But you have that maybe more detailed top end because of the BA. But I would say compared to the Live 3s, the TFZs, this has less bloat in the bass, more controlled bass for me. And what I really like about this is the vocals maybe shine a bit more. But there's still that maybe 6K, 7K shout for me. So this is one of the bigger downsides for me of this IEM. But yeah, this tuning, the more bassy tuning is something that I do like personally. Alright, so that is the OP22 actually. So yeah, pretty cool IEM actually. What I really like about it is so sometimes for some IEMs, they have like different tunings, right? But the sound is a bit closer, than compared to this one, because this one maybe the difference in the sound is a bit more dramatic for me. So yeah, I have listened to a lot of maybe IEMs that you can tune, but this one, the smoothness of the second, the more bassy configuration, the more fun configuration, it has more, let's say, more dynamic driver type of vibe there. And for the other one, it has more BA, more clean, has more clarity type of vibe. So the difference is more drastic for me. So this is a bit more versatile, maybe the most versatile maybe IEM that I've seen for this price point. That's definitely really interesting because you're getting that on the other part, maybe on some days you want that maybe blonde-esque TFZT2 type of sound, and on the other end you want that maybe more BA centric, more clean, more clinical, maybe colder type of sound. So if you want that separation, you can go with the more clean, more BA type of sound. If you want more fun, more smoothness, you can do the bassy type of configuration. So the versatility for this is really good actually. And yeah, looks pretty good, and the fit also pretty good. You have enough detail. You have for $40, pretty good value proposition for me here. If not, it has that 6K, 7K shout. So that's one of the major downside for me. So if you don't like that, try something else, and also maybe change the tips to tone down that maybe shout. And also, yeah, sometimes there's still some mid-bass bleed. So if you're gonna aim for maybe really tight bass and really the best separation that you can think of, this might not be the fit for you. But yeah, if you're looking for that versatility, really nice here for me for OP22. So that's my take with the OP22. So this is a nice IEM actually for a comeback, because I like that there's something unique here. So something new that I haven't seen before in the past 4 or 5 years. So I've been doing this reviews for quite some time, and after some time they a lot of IEMs have a lot of similarities, and I like that there's some innovation with how to tune. So just one thing for me is yeah, I would love to see that manufacturers try more stuff, more different stuff. It's very interesting for me. I have seen actually the Kimby brand, they're trying out maybe phones even, or maybe Moondrop, they have maybe other types of products now. So that's really cool. So I would love to see more of those in the channel, and I would love to see review those in the channel also. So that's my look. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This will be a long video because I'm just me rambling actually. So but I might do more of this already for the coming months, weeks, because yeah, this is gonna be easier for me to edit, and so I could provide you guys still with some content. But happy to see you guys here. Thanks for still watching even after 15 minutes. See you guys in the next video.